ever wonder why we're here? It's one of life's great mysteries, isn't it?
Welcome to the Goosebump channel. What you just heard was How Far We've Come by Christian, I think they're Christian at least, rock band Matchbox 20. If you've been in really any fandom of a longer lasting media, you've probably heard this song before, and probably in the exact context I showed off at the start of this video. It's an incredibly popular song for AMVs and just edits in general, and has historically been one. Think of any fandom and they probably have an edit set to this song. For me, the most iconic ones are the Kamen Rider one made by Proper Bonkers 2 and the Homestuck one by Artistic Azurite. The point I'm making though is that seemingly every major fandom, and a lot of the smaller ones too, have some big edit or animatic set to this song, placing it in a prestigious club next to songs like Wolf in Sheep's Clothing by Set It Off and a few others. But what makes these songs so alluring to aspiring artists and editors, and why do they seem to fit so well with so many characters from so many different stories? Let's analyze that, shall we? One thing that immediately pops out is the kind of dark cabaret-esque theater-like aspect to the actual song. Any actual dark cabaret head, yes, all two of them, would yell at me for this categorization, but I do think there is something to it. There's this element of performativeness, like telling a story in a theater. Emotions are heightened to apocalyptic levels in the actual lyrics, and the instrumentation carries notes of a show tune in the use of piano and the rhythm of the drums. And this also reflects in those other songs I highlighted. Take a snippet from Wolf in Sheep's Clothing.
Black sheep, have you any soul? No, sir, by the way, what the hell the more?
Or Angel with a Shotgun. A lot of these songs that are so good for these classic types of AMVs carry this air of a theater experience, of this theatrical vibe, and that follows through in the lyricism. What makes this song so lyrically special as an AMV song is what kinda makes it corny as a normal one. The lyricism brings together the theatrical vibe, telling us somewhat of a story, how the lyrics speak of a world ending and a long journey coming to an end, allowing us to point out how far we've come. It's all perfect for edits like these, because there is this level of specificity in detail that allows fans to say, oh my god, this is just like my favorite found family friend group, while staying vague enough that pretty much any fandom can apply their main three characters to it. Like, let me dissect a few specific lines. We can start with the opening line.
I'm waking up at the start of the end of the world, but it's feeling just like every other morning before. Now I wonder what my life is gonna mean if it's gone.
And you can just imagine any creative fan hearing that and thinking, oh my god, this is just like my favorite anime, cartoon, video game where they have to stop the end of the world. Or,
can you tell me what was ever really special about me all this time?
this fits perfectly into the hero's journey. This is the main character realizing what makes them special. Any fan listening to this song is gonna get the idea to make an edit set to this part with their favorite insecure but secretly super special guy or girl. And these types of lyrical motifs keep coming back in the song. Lyrics portraying more of a fantastical branch of emotions than you'd normally see in a song, but not as narratively clear or direct as you'd hear on a concept album. In clearer words, the song seems to be telling a story, but it's vague enough that you could really plug in whatever story you fancy. And that makes a song like How Far We've Come or Wolf in Sheep's Clothing so special for AMVs and animatics. But who first heard this song and thought, wow, I should make an AMV with this? The first AMV I can find of this song is this one for the Haruhi Suzumiya anime, while the most popular one, on YouTube at least, ended up being my favorite, the Homestuck one by Artistic Azurite. Dig a little deeper and we can find this Harry Potter edit set to the song that was released just a month earlier than the Haruhi one. Curiously, this was released before the release of the final movie and even before the Half-Blood Prince. Despite my intensive research though, I couldn't find any earlier occurrences of this song being used in any edits, but if you know of one released before September 16th of 2007, please do let me know in the comments because I'd love to see it. And with that history lesson out of the way, I'd like to show you guys some of the really cool ones I found on the quest for research that I made for this video, because there's just some really cool stuff out there, and I want to tell you guys about it. Firstly, we have this Gravity Falls one by Ghostfish Productions. Standing tall at 544k views, though this is lower than another GF edit to the same song, this one is kind of really fucking cool. Instead of a normal edit using footage from the original show, this one is a fully live-action performance in cosplay. I've seen videos like this before, like Working with Lemons when they do recreations of musical numbers, or Random Encounters musicals, but this one is kind of different. The fact this video uses original footage allows them to truly tailor the video and mold the song into a real narrative using the basis of the show as a narrative through line. And it's really cool. The costumes are obviously not amazing and the sets are mainly just normal houses and forests, but that's fine. It adds to the homegrown charm of the video, of this idea of a group of friends just coming together, spinning a loose narrative and a few shots on paper, and filming it all for fun. It's in the spirit of the AMV, of the CMV. It's not a professional production, and that makes it better. It's from an era from before the semi-professional sheen was the standard on YouTube. An era of fandom almost pre-corporatization, and I think that's beautiful. In that same vein, the 2.5 million view Hermitcraft animatic by Chris Wren set to the song is also a great display of storytelling without any actual dialogue. No voice acting, no subtitles, just beautifully crafted drawings. I've never watched a single Hermitcraft video, but I was always under the impression they were pretty down-to-earth Let's Plays. But this video has me convinced this shit has an airtight written plot, almost like how those saddest animations almost convinced me to watch the Dream SMP. Almost. The animation itself is also so incredibly smooth and well done, which is so impressive to see, and the actual pacing and comedic timing is just, I was just so impressed each time I watched it. There's so much skill and so many different areas of creation on display in this video. It's just super cool, and I recommend following the link to watch it yourself and maybe giving Chris a sub. Out of all of them though, these two were the most interesting ones I found, at least to talk about and discuss, because I think all of these are wonderful. There's few things I enjoy more than seeing professions of love for a piece of art like this. Fan works of all kind are beautiful in my mind, and I'm not sure it came across that way, but this video is a profession of love to those very fan works. Keep creating, keep spreading love, and keep remembering how far you've come. 'Cause someone's gotta. Anyway, this is a bit of a shorter video. I thought the song deserved to be, I guess, showcased as the fandom staple it is and analyzed for why that is exactly. I think if anything, it's an example of its genre, and a great one at that. At risk of rambling on further though, I'll cut myself off here. If you have any other examples of songs like How Far We've Come, please leave them in the comments below. If you have any thoughts on my analysis, you can do the same. I put the full version of the edit from the beginning of the video up on my second channel. I'll put the link in the description. Either way, this is where I say goodbye. If you liked the video, consider subscribing. Maybe check out my Patreon. I'll see you guys in the next video.